Coming up.
You fighting over an old video game that's been out for years? Most people fight over new video games. You fighting over a years old video game. Poor son. All right, and you don't think you're taller? It's not very obvious to you?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, very good. Put your shoes back on. Hope you didn't get no fungus over there. I apologize. If you do, send me the bill. All right, start with you.
It all happened when my son was excited about a video game that he wanted. He had been talking about it for a long time. I heard about it for years on end, and so I finally agreed to get the video game for him.
It was old by then. Nobody want no old video game. You fighting over an old video game that's been out for years? Most people fight over new video games. You fighting over a years old video game. Poor son. Go ahead, though. Poor thing. Yes.
So I finally decided to get the video game for him in the morning.
4 years late. Go ahead.
I had never been there before, and when we got there,
You've never been where?
To the video game store.
Okay.
They were having a closeout sale.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a zoo. There were so many people, I felt like I was being trampled on. Finally get to the video game, and Mrs. Garcia and I get in a tug-of-war over the video game, and I end up falling over into a shelf.
How does the tug-of-war occur?
We both had grabbed the video game at the same time. Mm-hmm. And in this tug-of-war, I finally let go of the game, mm-hmm. and I fell into a shelf and injured my wrist.
Mm-hmm. But the operative word, the same time. Go ahead, ma'am. Let me hear you describe what happened.
Hi, Your Honor. We were contemplating on the blowout sale for the game. Mm-hmm. And I, when attended this sale, I got there about 15 minutes late. I got there at 7:15 in the morning. The line started at 7 a.m. When I got there was probably about 50 to 100 people in line already. I got in line, we got into the store, they opened it up at 8 a.m. We all barged in, everybody, you can imagine a blowout sale. I'm not sure if you go or your wife goes.
I've seen them on television.
Yes, so I scrambled through the store, I see the last game, and I walked over, I didn't walk over, but I rushed over to the counter, I grabbed the game, and Miss Lowe and I had touched fingers, and we were on the same game at the same time. We then started tug-of-warring.
At what point were you all on the same game at the same time? How far had you brought it down?
When we grabbed it, we both brought it down and we started tug-of-warring.
Okay, that's just physics. I'm just dealing with physics right now. Mm-hmm. No insult, but you're substantially taller than her. Mm-hmm. So the top shelf to you is easier to reach than it is to her. If you reach to the top shelf and reach it, she'll be about right there. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm just saying what you're saying defies physics. Go ahead.
Well, it was basically at the same level of both of our heads, so it was mid-shelf.
The top shelf was.
And I have
couldn't be at the same. That defies physics too. It can't be at the same level of your head because you're 2 feet taller.
Yeah. Well, I'm 2 feet taller now because of my heels, but okay.
So you're not taller than her at all?
Possibly
is that what you're
not.
saying?
I'm not too sure.
We're gonna see. Since you don't know, could you come and stand in front and take your heels off?
Oh,
I want to see. She claims she don't know.
Wait a second. This is a little ridiculous. Judge Mathis always does stuff like this. God, he's so silly.
I want to see. She claims she don't know whether she's taller than you with y'all shoes off. And yes, she does. But I'm going to go ahead and make a fool out of her since that's what she want to be.
Okay.
All right. And you don't think you're taller? It's not very obvious to you?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Very good. Put your shoes back on. Hope you didn't get no fungus over there. I apologize. If you do, send me the bill. Point is, you all saying you both touched it?
Okay, so what did that prove? That's... Judge Mathis does things that I don't understand sometimes.
The same time?
Yes.
All right. And you said that, correct?
Yeah, we were in a tug-of-war, and I wanted this game really bad, so I finally let go, and I fell into a shelf, and that's when I injured my wrist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shouldn't be fighting. That's what happens when you fight. This was mutual combat any way you look at it. You both grabbed it at the same time. It's not that one grabbed it and the other tried to pull it from them. You grabbed it at the same time. And then you mutually fought over it. Y'all pulled it. It's called mutual combat. And with mutual combat, no one wins. Have a good day. Claim dismissed.
It's kind of ridiculous that you're fighting over this game, but I understand wanting to do what's best for your son and for your kid and getting something, but it is kind of a ridiculous reason to bring someone to court for it. It's kind of ridiculous. What do you guys think for the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.